The Bayanko people, an indigenous ethnic group residing in a remote and enigmatic region, are shrouded in mystery and cultural intrigue. Their traditions, language, and practices remain largely unrecorded by mainstream anthropological studies, making their way of life a subject of fascination and speculation. Among their unique cultural elements, none has garnered as much intrigue as their unconventional sexual practices, which reflect a deeply rooted connection to their worldview, spirituality, and social structure. This article delves into the rich, complex, and at times controversial sexual traditions of the Bayanko people, exploring how these practices shape their identity and contribute to their broader cultural tapestry. The Bayanko people's understanding of sexuality cannot be separated from their spiritual beliefs. They view the act of intimacy as a bridge between the material and spiritual worlds, a sacred practice that transcends mere physicality. For the Bayanko, sexuality is deeply intertwined with fertility, not just in a biological sense, but also as a metaphor for creation, growth, and harmony within their community. Rituals surrounding sexual initiation and practice are often presided over by spiritual leaders, who serve as intermediaries between the physical and spiritual realms. This integration of sexuality into their spiritual framework provides a lens through which their practices must be understood, not as mere hedonistic pursuits, but as expressions of a profound worldview. One of the most fascinating aspects of Bayanko's sexual practices is the communal nature of intimacy. Unlike the more private and individualized approach common in many other societies, the Bayanko people emphasize collective experiences that reinforce communal bonds. Sexual rituals are often conducted in communal settings, with participants engaging in acts that symbolize unity and shared responsibility. These rituals are not merely acts of pleasure, but are imbued with spiritual and symbolic meaning. They are believed to align the energies of individuals with collective spirit of the tribe, ensuring balance and harmony. The Bayanko also challenge conventional notions of gender and sexual roles. Their society operates on a fluid understanding of gender, where roles are not rigidly assigned based on biological sex. This fluidity extends to their sexual practices, where individuals are encouraged to explore and express their identities freely. Such an approach fosters a culture of acceptance and understanding, reducing the stigma often associated with non-conventional sexual identities in other cultures. This openness is reflected in their coming-of-age ceremonies, where individuals are initiated into the complexities of sexuality in a manner that emphasizes mutual respect and self-discovery. Rites of passage among the Bayanko are particularly noteworthy. These ceremonies mark significant milestones in an individual's life, with sexual initiation being a central component. The initiation process is elaborate, involving storytelling, symbolic acts, and direct guidance from elders. The Bayanko view these rites as essential for integrating individuals into the fabric of their society. Elders play a pivotal role in educating the younger generation about the sacredness of intimacy, teaching them to approach it with reverence and responsibility. Through these ceremonies, the Bayanko ensure that their cultural values and practices are passed down, preserving their unique heritage. In Bayanko culture, the concept of pleasure is not confined to physical gratification, but extends to emotional and spiritual fulfillment. They believe that true intimacy involves a deep connection between partners, one that transcends the physical realm. This holistic approach to sexuality underscores the importance of consent, mutual understanding, and shared purpose. The Bayanko emphasize that intimacy should always be an act of love and respect, aligning with their broader values of communal harmony and spiritual alignment. The role of storytelling in Bayanko's sexual education cannot be overstated. Oral tradition is the primary means through which knowledge is transmitted across generations, and stories about intimacy are no exception. These narratives often incorporate mythological elements, blending lessons about sexuality with broader teachings about life, nature, and the cosmos. By framing sexual practices within the context of their mythology, the Bayanko impart a sense of sacredness and purpose to these acts, elevating them beyond mere biological imperatives. Another intriguing aspect of Bayanko's sexual practices is their emphasis on natural cycles and environmental harmony. They believe that human sexuality is intrinsically linked to the rhythms of nature, with specific times and seasons deemed more auspicious for intimate acts. This belief underscores their deep connection to the environment, reflecting their broader philosophy of living in harmony with the natural world. Seasonal festivals often include sexual rituals that symbolize renewal and fertility, reinforcing the bond between the community and their surroundings. Despite their openness and progressive attitudes towards sexuality, the Bayanko people are not immune to challenges and misconceptions. Contact with outsiders has sometimes led to misinterpretations of their practices, with their rituals being labeled as primitive or immoral by those unfamiliar with their cultural context. These misunderstandings highlight the importance of approaching such topics with sensitivity and a willingness to learn, recognizing that what may seem unconventional from one perspective can hold profound meaning in another cultural framework. The role of women in Bayanko sexual practices is particularly noteworthy. Unlike in many patriarchal societies, Bayanko women enjoy a significant degree of agency and autonomy in matters of intimacy. They are seen as equal participants, with their desires and perspectives given equal weight. This egalitarian approach extends to all aspects of their society, reflecting a broader commitment to balance and fairness. The empowerment of women within the Bayanko community serves as a testament to their progressive values and provides a stark contrast to the often restrictive norms found in other cultures. While the Bayanko people celebrate sexuality as a positive and life-affirming force, they also recognize its potential for harm. As such, they have established strict ethical guidelines to govern sexual behavior, emphasizing the importance of consent and mutual respect. Violations of these principles are taken seriously, with transgressors subject to community-led interventions designed to restore harmony and address underlying issues. This proactive approach ensures that their practices remain aligned with their values, fostering a culture of accountability and care. The intersection of art and sexuality in Bayanko culture is another fascinating dimension. Their artistic expressions, whether through dance, music, or visual art, often incorporate themes of intimacy and sensuality, celebrating the beauty and complexity of human connection. These artistic traditions serve as both a reflection of their values and a means of educating younger generations, ensuring that the sacredness of sexuality is understood and appreciated. In conclusion, the sexual practices of the Bayanko people are a testament to their rich cultural heritage and unique worldview. Far from being mere curiosities, these practices reflect a profound understanding of human connection, spirituality, and the natural world. By embracing sexuality as a sacred and integral aspect of life, the Bayanko have created a culture that values balance, harmony, and mutual respect. Their traditions offer valuable insights into the diverse ways in which humanity can approach intimacy, challenging conventional norms and inviting us to reconsider our own assumptions about this fundamental aspect of the human experience. As we continue to learn from the Bayanko and other indigenous cultures, we are reminded of the importance of approaching such topics with an open mind and a deep respect for the richness of human diversity.